Hey everybody, it's Lydia. I just had the most trying day of my life, but it was awesome. I had the most fun day of my life also. It's the first day of the rest of my life, and I'm making bread. And I want to show you guys how to make bread. Here's a flour, here's the sugar. I already put it all in, so I just put in, I'm going to mix it up. I put in 5 1/4 cups of flour. I put in 1/4, no, 1/3. 1/4, 1/3. I can't remember. What's it 1/4? I put in. Wait. Yeah, I put in 1/3 the sugar still on the cup. So I put in 1/3 cup of sugar. I put in 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, and I'm gonna put it here. 4.5 teaspoons of yeast, and 2 cups of very warm water, and 1/3 cup of oil. And now I'm mixing it all up, and this is the fastest bread. I've taught different people how to make this bread, and they said this is the fastest they've ever made bread, and it always turns out really delicious. There's different ways to make it. Some people think the only professional way to make it is to mix the dry ingredients first, and then put in the wet ingredients, and mix those two, and then put them in after. I have done it every which way. It always turns out the same. I normally just dump it all in there and mix it up, and it always turns out the same. And let's see, I accidentally dumped out a little bit of water, which I shouldn't have. I already washed my hands. I washed them twice because I used the bathroom, and I washed them, and then I washed them before I started cooking in the kitchen sink. I washed them twice. And an easier way is to get some flour. So I just get a little handful of flour and just cover my hands with it, and it makes it easier to knead it. So I'm going to knead it, and then I'm going to put it in these 2 separate pans, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to knead it, put it in these 2 separate pans, let it rise for 30 minutes. We always have to cover it with either plastic wrap, with a towel, with a coat, anything that will keep the heat in so it will rise. So put it in a pan, cover it, let it rise for 30 minutes, turn on after it's done rising, or you can preheat the oven, you can time it if you want. I always just turn it on right when I put it in the oven. Turn on the oven to 375. Turn on the oven to 375. Need you in there, and turn on the oven to 375. Put it in there. I set the timer for 30 minutes all the time. 25. And normally I take it out 5 minutes early, so like 20. It only takes 25 minutes. But I've set the timer for 30 minutes nonetheless. You can set it for 25 if you wish. And then I let it cool, and if you let it cool long enough, then it'll look like real bread that you buy at the store. Normally, I don't have the patience for that, so it's just kind of mushy when it's not cool. So I just cut it up mushy, and I just eat it because it's delicious. Let's see. You want to knead it, knead it. No one ever, I should probably take off my umbrella. No one ever actually taught me like the proper way to knead, but I've seen it. I've seen my mom knead bread, and I've seen it in movies. That's probably not very good education, but I've seen my mom knead bread, and I've watched her do it. It really isn't that hard. I just like the kind where you punch it and then fold it. I just think it's easier. Okay. So I'm going to split it into 2 so I can put it in my pans. Oops. Ah, beautiful. I don't know why I spank it like a bud. Put some extra flour on there, so it's nice and soft. It's still rising. Okay, whatever. It's gonna taste the same no matter what it looks like. Okay, so I need to spray my pans. I'm gonna take you over here. Ooh, almost dropped you. Here, I'll leave this in here. Take my pans. Here's my 2 bread pans. I just got them at the Dollar Tree for $1. There's 2 of them for $1. Have to spray it. Ugh. Oh my goodness, this is already a long video. Let's see, look at the bread for a second. Ah, I sprayed my face. Why are these things so hard to get open? It's the sprayer thingy. It's so hard to get open. I always put way too much. I should have learned my lesson the first time. I think the dough is perfect. It's just a little bit too hard, but it's gonna... I've never made bread that tastes nasty. Normally I make it and then all my roommates come and eat it and it's all gone within like minutes. No, within a couple hours. Roommates always eat it because it's delicious, and I tell them to, and it's delicious and they like it. Okay, so I just split it in half. I'm gonna put it both of these, smush it down. A lot of people put plastic wrap. It's a faster way, but I don't have any plastic wrap, so I'm just gonna probably get... towels are all being used. Dirty. I don't know, maybe I can get one out of the drawer. If you don't have a towel and you don't have plastic wrap, I'll show you another way to cover it. I'm gonna get my jacket. I'm gonna get my jacket. And I don't want the germs from my jacket to get on the bread, so I'm gonna get a paper towel. And that's probably good. Cover the bread, let me show it this way, with a paper towel, and then cover that with my jacket. Ah, perfect. So it's nice and warm. Okay, so it'll rise. And then, yeah, you just let it rise. Set the oven to 375. Like I already said, put it in there, it'll cook, it'll be brown on the top, it'll be really delicious, and you're welcome. Have a good day, guys.